Okay, so we have Garrett Darley with the Black-White Heroic deck that we featured earlier today. Won its match against White Weenie, and he's going to be playing against John Giddins on just your standard Mono Black Devotion deck. He's got 3 Pack Rat, 1 Erebos. He's got 2 Duress in the main deck, 1 Ultimate Price, 3 Underworld Connections. Everything else looks pretty standard. And Garrett is playing the same deck exactly, I believe, that Jeff Circus played.
One difference of a Bile Blight versus a Dark Trail on the board.
Gotcha.
Could be relevant in this matchup.
That's true. That's true. So in the booth, once again, we've got J.W. Kingsley and myself, Logan Rogers. So Garrett won the die roll. He's on the play. Starts off with a Scryland. He's going to take 2 here and lead off with a Hero. It's a pretty good start for Garrett. Get that engine online. Gets a big mana tempo boost whenever you can just play your enchantments for a lot less mana.
Got just a value Scryland?
Yeah, just value Scryland. There's just no splash. He's got 3 temples that are all just one-ofs.
Helps him play things off his specters.
That's true. That is true. I do like Nightfall Spectre more than Lifebane Zombie in the main deck. And Garrett is just having a very explosive turn here.
It's a big turn. A 5-life swing there.
Okay, so the hero got downfalled. John made a good play there, doing it in his main phase to be able to play around God's Willing or Brave the Elements, something like that.
Second hero comes down, which again can help Garrett's deck work off less mana than need be. Looks like Desecration Demon here.
Yeah, Desecration Demon seems like a big game against this black-white deck.
This could be difficult. Garrett's not finding a third land.
What does Garrett have in the main deck to fight demons?
I mean, Agent of Fates can kill anything.
That's true.
Mono Black usually doesn't put a high number of creatures out on the field.
Wow, that's aggressive attack. I guess John might have a land and a Gray Merchant or maybe another demon or...
You can never count on your demon to be able to block. And we've got 2 demons. Darley really needs to get a third land. And there it is.
It looks like he might have an Agent of Fates in his hand, but that's going to be another turn before you can start really getting any action out of it.
I talked to Garrett earlier today, and his X1, he's played basically against Mono Black all day. So he's pretty confident in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I know Garrett plays a lot of Magic. He's an intelligent guy, and this is the deck that he made. So I'm confident that he's definitely got a plan. 2 demons does seem like it's going to be hard for him to fight through, but it's going to start within his 3rd land drop, which you did, and I imagine Agent of Fates is probably how you get yourself out of this.
Oh, we have a Spiteful Return.
Get the trigger, so you're going to drain for 1, and then looks like we're going to get in for 4, 5, 6 total. So it's going to put John down to 6. And Garrett's going to go up to 13.
He's staring down lethal, but it looks like the Tormented Hero will hit the bin to tap one of those demons. If he gets the chance. It looked like John had 2 heroes downfall in his hand.
Yeah, I saw that. John's actually at 5. I forgot about the +1/+1 from the Spiteful Return. He's at an effective 3 though, if that Spiteful Return just has a turn sideways. Yeah. Being a bestowed creature, that's essentially 4 damage. But those demons are lethal on board. So Garrett's going to have to sacrifice his hero.
And the hero's going to pin. Yep.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, there was that extra land.
Looked like Garrett was, starting to get back in there, but 2 demons is tough without, Lingering Souls, Doom Traveler. That's
Double demon is indeed very, very difficult. In his sideboard, I would assume that Garrett's going to bring in his Thought Seizes and his Sin Collectors here.
Yeah, I mean, those 7 cards are pretty much all that he can really work with. Bioblight doesn't really do anything. Hope Eidolon's not really what you're looking for. Thoughtseize can do a lot of work, though, being able to, take a demon if you're weak to that, or take out, a downfall if you're trying to get aggressive.
Definitely clear out some removal spells. He said he wasn't all that worried about pack rats, so I don't expect to see the Bioblights come in here. He feels like he can race rats pretty well with his deck.
Yeah.
Of course, those are brave words.
Yeah, racing pack rat is not easy.
Yeah, let's see. I would imagine John will bring in
Drown in Sorrow, Devour Flesh, Dark Betrayal, and I don't think Staff, but let's see.
He may bring in the Doomblades to cut some. No, probably wouldn't here. You saw too many black creatures.
Yeah, I mean, I could
the
see
Drown's
bringing
coming
in. Yeah, Drown in Sorrow is definitely going to come in. I could see bringing in maybe a Doomblade to hedge against like Brimaz.
He may bring in the Dark Betrayals.
Yeah, I would definitely bring in the Dark Betrayals. Lightbane Zombie, probably not. Nightfall Spectre is usually the card that you switch out for Lightbane Zombie, and Spectre's got a little more utility in this matchup.
He's probably going to bring it, cut his 3 Underworld connections for the Drowned and the 2 Dark Betrayals.
Let's see. Yeah.
That would probably be where I would want to go.
Yeah.
Underworld's really lackluster against an aggressive deck.
I want to get that other Devour Flesh in there too, I think.
That's possible.
Maybe shave a Duress. Duress, gotta think it's not going to do a whole lot in this matchup. But did we see anything in that game that would make you want to keep Duress in? I don't think so.
No, there was no reason to keep Duress in. He just got shown a bunch of bestow creatures, and so you're probably going to shave your 2 Duresses.
And Staff might be a reasonable card too.
I don't know if I would bring in Staff here. Like,
is it better than Duress though? Like,
it is, but I think I'd rather have a Doomblade. He did
Sure,
show a white
yeah.
creature.
yeah.
And you have to,
Yeah.
maybe there's Brimazes in this list.
Right. A single Doomblade probably better than a Duress as a hedge against, like maybe Archangel Thune, Brimaz, that kind of thing. And if I was John, I'd probably be thinking the Duress is almost blank cardboard.
One of the powerful things about playing a deck no one's seen before at one of these events is they no longer have a built-in sideboard guide in their head.
Right. Trying to
gotta
hedge,
freewheel it.
trying to hedge one card here, one card there. It's usually not really what you want to be doing. Which is, it's a really good point. Garrett's deck.
It's like they're both got their 7 here.
Yeah, we're both on 7 right now.
Garrett looks a little land heavy. And Garrett's going to send. They both send them back.
Yeah, we're both going to 6.
Looked like Garrett had 4 lands and really nothing, no pressure.
Yeah, against Mono Black, that's a deck that trades 1 for 1. I think his bestow creatures are going to be really good. Really taxes the 1 for 1 removal. And stuff like Gifts of Orzhova, those cards are powerful, of course, but they can really be a liability when you're just trying to attrition your opponent on a different axis than they're used to. I do like John in this matchup, though. Just in general, it's hard to bet against Mono Black. And, being up a game before bringing in Drowning Sorrows, even though he only has one, is definitely going to be good.
As we saw, this black-white heroic deck is capable of making huge chunks of life.
That's true. I wouldn't be surprised if Garrett just, came out and won the game on turn 4.
I mean, he made one attack and took his opponent all the way down, a 10 power attack.
That's true. If Garrett can just, hold a gift of Orzhova, if he elects to keep them in, that's the kind of card that can just win the game, on the spot. So it looks like we're on 6 here. Both players may be keeping.
We've got a temple to get us a scry, and it's no good.
So I saw a duress.
We've
All
got
right,
a
so
duress. We kept the duresses in, and they whiff.
Yep.
This is a slow hand for Garrett.
It is
Really-
slow, yeah.
Really going to need some help off the top of his.
Yeah, Tormented Hero here would be great. Do you think you would go to 5? Or are you keeping
I
the
don't know.
6?
In a world of Thoughtseize, I think you have to keep that 6.
I don't know about that. I think trying to fight off cards like Desecration Demon and trying to 1-for-1 your bestow creatures really have so much value.
I agree. I mean, but he did get a Devour Flesh out of his opponent's hand. Like, he may just be on to try to exhaust him and make him keep using removal spells on his turn instead of playing threats.
That's true. And with that Orzhov Charm can bring that return back.
No, it only brings back 1 drops.
I thought it was power. No?
No, it's 1 drops. We've got another Devour Flesh.
23.
Gonna put Garrett to 23. Garrett with no play here does not bode well.
Black White Guild Gate.
And we've got a Nightvale Spectre.
Nightvale Spectre is really, really a great play there.
All right.
All right. Well,
We've got us a big Minotaur here.
this looks good, but this is exactly what we were talking about with just getting blown out with a Hero's Downfall here. Just a natural 2-for-1. I'm a little surprised that Garrett didn't use his Orzhov Charms to go ahead and take that Spectre out.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't want that swamp anyway, so.
That's true. The Orzhov Charm, it would return.
All the enchantments.
So maybe he's trying to just trade his Orzhov Charm for yeah, now we're going to have to just use that.
Now we need to use that Orzhov Charm to take care of that Spectre. There we go. That'll put Garrett down to 18.
18. I do kind of like the idea of trying to use that as a pseudo counterspell for a Hero's Downfall or something. That's a pretty good draw itself.
Looks like
It's
we're going to go all in on the Brawler here. And we've got, Bob Blight.
I had to count the enchantments. I wasn't positive that actually killed it.
And now, we've got judges. I assume he's going to believe that the other Fellhide Minotaur should die to the Vile Blight, but it wasn't in play. It was bestowed.
Yeah, not everybody plays limited.
That's true. And John's really arguing here that they should die. I'm sure our judges will get this sorted out.
Oh, maybe it.
Oh, he had 2 cards stuck. All right. See here. Not exactly sure what's going on. Looks like maybe he drew 2, caught that the sleeves were caught.
Yeah, I would assume that the sleeves were stuck together, and he took a peek at both of them on accident. And it looks like the judges are getting that taken care of. Just gonna shuffle it back in, but
It's probably fortunate that he had no hand.
yeah, Yeah, pretty
So
easy to fix that.
It's very easy fix instead of possibly getting a game lost there.
So even though that 2-for-1 happened, Garrett still got a board presence, and John's playing off the top.
Right.
That was not a land.
Not a land. It was an action spell. I couldn't tell what it is. Likely he'll hold it here and just. All right, we've got a Mutavault here. All right, Ethereal Armor. Gonna let that guy swing past that Mutavault.
So that's going to be 4 damage.
4 damage. We have the Orzhov Charm.
Yep, and that's the play that I was just talking about a little bit earlier. I really like using it like that, just trading 1-for-1 with the removal, and it lets you keep doing what you're trying to do.
And the Thoughtseize here reveals
Shows
a
the
land
small.
in the hand. This deck can really use all 3 modes of Orzhov Charm.
Yeah, it can.
Great use.
Yeah, can't say that very often.
With 12 possible 1-drops in the 75, the ability to return huge numbers of cards to your hand and reset a loaded up Agent of Fates.
Being an instant is
wow.
wow.
The Herald of Torment.
That's a pretty big game.
It's going to make that Ethereal Armor give +3/+3.
It's an enchantment, right?
That is an
+4/+4.
+4/+4, correct.
So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
9, yeah.
Yeah, and that's game. Garrett pulls it out.
Like I said, this deck can churn out huge amounts of damage
That-
in one go.
That was pretty impressive. That was a lot of damage. John seemed to stumble a little bit, flooded out a little bit, but Garrett's deck with that Orzhov Charm,
It was huge.
that was
very huge.
really big. Being able to just trade your Orzhov Charm for removal spell and avoid a 2-for-1.
See if Garrett looks like he's going to go back and look at his sideboard. Nope, he's happy with his setup here.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett. I would expect Garrett's the kind of guy that would probably have a plan for this kind of deck. Like we said, being the guy that created it.
And Jeff Circus was still undefeated with this deck, and Garrett has only lost once today with his black-white heroic deck. Word is that Jeff ended up losing a very quick match to Wellington Ford in a battle of undefeateds who decided to not draw this round.
Wellington Ford, our more mid-range mono red player that was on camera last round.
That's correct. Against
So-
Ben Danner.
This is round 7.
Yes. One more round after this.
So 8 rounds today total.
102 people showed up.
It's a pretty good turnout for Florida State Championships here at Gamescape in Tallahassee, Florida.
I guess everyone wants to win a medal.
Everyone does want to win a medal. You would think Florida it'd be just drafting, but we do play constructed here too. Obviously, probably the best state in the world for limited play, but people, in New York area, that sometimes they think that they're number 1.
Yeah, it's a heated rivalry.
Yeah, those Atlanta guys, especially right now. I imagine that Atlanta probably has better limited players than probably like the rest of the world this weekend.
That's probably a fair assessment, considering that many of the top limited players in the world are there.
Yes, literally all over the world.
Yeah, I think I saw a stat on the coverage that 8 out of the top 10 lifetime winning percentages in limited were in Atlanta. 2 of those players are indeed from Florida.
That's true. Would that be Mr. Ben Stark and Mr. Chris Fennell?
That's correct. That's correct. Chris Fennell came in 10th place.
All right, so we are Resolving our mulligans here for game 3. I assume John's going to be on the play.
I can't see why he wouldn't. Looks like both
And
hands. Looks like we're ready to go. We got a swamp and.
I assume we're going to have a Thoughtseize here. Yeah, got a Thoughtseize.
Get to see Garrett's hand.
Garrett with a little bit of a slow roll there.
We've got a Spiteful Return, a hero.
Looks like two
Heroes
heroes.
and a Fellhide.
What is this? What is that card?
Excuse me, the Gnarled Scarhide.
So 2 heroes, a Scarhide, and a what?
It looks like a Tormented Returns there. Or Spiteful Return. I can't really make it out.
I think it is Spider Return. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not sure what I take here. Probably
See, we got
Spiteful Return. I
Swamp
think you
Demon.
want to.
Oh, gonna take the 1-drop.
I think you want to just really attack those bestow creatures. You can't really go too wrong on either one of those.
Alright. John's hand looks to be full of lands, a demon, and maybe a Night Veil Spectre. I don't see a lot of ways of interaction there. It looks like maybe a Devour Flesh.
Yeah, I mean you gotta assume that he's gonna have some kind of removal. Otherwise, you just can't keep that kind of a hand. So Garrett's gonna gain 2 life off that Devour Flesh.
That's right. We've got a Duress in hand. He kept the Duresses in. This should come down to Night Veil Spectre. Ooh. We've got a Bile Blight, a Demon, and no 4th land drop.
So this is gonna be interesting.
We got 2 chances at a land here. Couldn't tell what he drew. An Orzhov Charm.
I think that's a card that Garrett really wanted to draw.
Oh, and we did get our 4th land, so now we've got a Demon. Things look rough now.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough now. Demon's just a hard card to beat when your creatures are really what it's really important to have your creatures in play when you don't have something that's easily thrown away like Lingering Souls tokens or Doom Travelers.
He's got 4 lands in play.
Looks like Garrett drew an Agent of Fates.
He's got a Thoughtseize.
Don't want to fire out that Thoughtseize though, I don't think.
It's a Agent of Fates.
All right, we're going in the right direction. If we can start triggering that heroic, we can really do some work. Ethereal Armor would be a great draw.
If he gets to untap here, it would be a really good situation. Garrett's going to just take this shot. Drop him all the way down to 12. And a Mana Confluence comes off the top, and I don't think he was interested in drawing that.
No, not at all. I think what we thought was Spiteful Return might be Thoughtseize.
It is a Thoughtseize. He's got a Thoughtseize, a hero, and a bestow creature, it looks like. So we've got...
All right,
that's going to take a life from...
Oh, I see. So we're going to just go ahead and take care of the Agent of Fates.
Yeah.
So he's going to take 2 and then another 2? Or 1 and then 2?
Yep.
It's going to 15 there.
15 to 12. Those are really... And we got a Duress. Gets rid of a Thoughtseize, and that is a Spiteful Return in his hand.
Yeah, that Mana
need
Confluence
something here.
was actually pretty good. Being able to turn on that Orzhov Charm and take away the main outs that we have to Desecration Demon.
Sin Collector going to get in there and make it 12 to 13. All right, we've got some fodder for the Demon here. I believe John's out of cards. Nope, he has 1 left. Let's see here. Mutavault, 1 card left in his hand.
Mutavault's actually a pretty good draw.
Very good draw right here. It's going to help save his life total.
I don't think Garrett sacks this turn. You're not going to be able to beat a Grey Merchant regardless. That might be game.
That's going to be rough.
Supreme verdicts?
Silence the Believers would be really good. But he doesn't have that in his list here.
Yeah, we really needed to get that Agent of Faith online and start triggering that heroic to be able to claw back in this game.
Got a 3-drop here. We can bestow.
Yeah, I think the line's got to be bestow, spy for returned, on terminated hero, get that trigger. Then from there, I don't really know. I mean, we have to attack, but
I don't think we can attack. We're at 4. We're gonna have to sack 2 guys, and we've got a Knife Elf Spectre and a Mutavault hanging out.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how we get out of this one.
I'm not sure how he's gonna get out of this, but there we go.
All right, so we're gonna drain for 1.
And we do get in.
All right, so we're getting in. So it's gonna be 10, 7, 5 for John, and I'm not sure how we survive our next attack phase.
Well, we're at 5. We can sack.
We can sack, and then take 4.
John's deciding whether he's going to block with this Mutavault here.
Okay.
He does, so he's going to block. The hero of Ironis. No. That's a good block there.
Okay.
So John's going to go to 7. Garrett's going to lose all of his creatures this turn.
Yeah, that Mutavault block pretty much turned off all of our outs, I think.
It's going to go to 3 here.
Well, is there a card in standard?
I mean, nope.
All right, that's game. So John is going to move on to. Does that make? Is it 7-0 now?
Yeah, he is 7-0.
All right. Well, John Giddins with Mono Black Devotion is going to move on to 7-0, and Garrett drops to X and 2 now, right?
He'll be at X and 2.
All right. Well, that's going to be
possibly in contention. It depends on how the draws.
Yeah. He's going to definitely
round.
going to have to do some math and see if he can squeak in maybe 8th place. I've seen it happen before. You know, there's always somebody running around saying X2 can make it, X2 can make it. So
I haven't sat down and tried to do the numbers, but it does look like Jeff will make top 8 with this black-white heroic deck.
Yeah, I assume that Jeff can draw in from here.
You know, I'll say even though it looked like John was in control almost all of those games, like this deck really churned out a lot of damage and made it respectably close. Needed to really untap one turn with that Agent of Fates.
Yeah. If we were able to get a heroic trigger off the Agent of Fates, then things could have really been turned around. But there's only so much you can do. All right, so here we are back in the booth, and that's going to be it for round 7. But we got one more round of Swiss.